Hi everyone, I'm Chason with National Fitness Center. I'm a regional director, certified personal trainer, group fitness instructor, and group fitness master trainer. Today we have an awesome aquatics inspired dry land workout for you. So many of us when we work out, our go-to pieces of equipment might be weights or dumbbells or a treadmill or a cardio room, but some of us also like to get into the pool. So today I'm going to help show you some exercises that you can do right from home that'll also help you with your water aerobics workouts. So let's get started. We're going to want to begin with a warm-up. So especially working our range of motion, you're going to extend your arms out in front of you, lift your arms up overhead, come to a stopping point and bring them back down. You want to engage your core, hold that tummy nice and tight, and shoulders away from ears. If you happen to have a stick or a broom or a mop, anything at home that you can hold, that's also a good idea as well. Hold that item or that piece of equipment as you bring the arms up overhead and then bring them back down. Now your goal is with every lift to see if you can increase your range of motion, how high you lift your arms up overhead. So maybe initially you might start here. And then your next rep, you want to bring it up a little bit further. Your next rep, even further, until eventually you see how far you can bring those arms up overhead. That rotational movement there in the shoulders is really going to help you warm. You want to go for at least 10 reps of these. On your last one, leave your arms up overhead, even if you're not holding anything, and you go for some overhead squats, sitting the hips back and down and rising up. When you lift up out of that squat, you want to squeeze your glute muscles, keep the knees behind your toes, feel those quads activating. And also every time you rise, you're driving your heels into the floor, making sure they're not lifting up. And if you do have your arms up overhead or you're holding something, press those shoulders down away from your ears. Remember, you need at least 10 reps to get a great warm up. From here, you're going to hold that item behind your head or just keep your hands in front of you if you're not holding anything. And you're going to do a few good mornings. So you tip forward from the hips, flat back, and rise. It's okay if you start off with a small range of motion, but your goal with every rep is to get a little bit further. You're going to feel that nice stretch through your posterior chain and your hamstrings. Remember, at least 10 reps for a good warm-up. From there, keep whatever you're holding behind your back, some more squats, back squats. And if you want at any point, you can choose to take a heel toe wider for a nice wide stance. This wide stance is going to allow you to activate your glutes as well. And then when you're done with those 10 reps, you can get rid of that piece of equipment or that broom that you're holding onto. We're going to try to sit down into a deep squat. So really as far as you can get down, working the hip mobility and flexibility. Bring one hand down to the floor in front of you, twist and open up your chest, lifting the hand up in the air. Hold that for a little bit till you feel that rotation. Bring the hand down and swap it out. Same thing with this, make sure you can try to get 10 reps in there. Here's your alternative as well. So everybody's range of motion, hip mobility and flexibility is different. You do what you can, but this rotational movement is really good to help us warm up before we continue. And very similar, you're going to do the same type of movement, but in a lunge position. So your hands are underneath of your shoulders, one foot is flat on the ground, one leg is back in a low lunge position. You're going to open up the chest, lift the fingertips up towards the ceiling. You're going to put that hand back down. And then go ahead and swap out the legs, transferring through plank. Foot is flat, knee is in line with ankle. Open up, looking towards that leg. Try to open up the chest, press the shoulder blade backward. Bring your eye gaze up. I'm going to show you one more on each side to see if you can get 5 to 10 reps in. As we go through plank, we have a nice long spine. The whole entire time we're bracing the abdominals. Good job, everybody. Step that in. So now we're starting to feel a little bit more warm. The last thing you're going to want to do to make sure that you're warmed and ready and your heart rate lifts just a little bit is to take a jog or a run. So maybe if you're at home, try to run to your mailbox and back about 5 times. Or you can choose to run in place wherever you're at, lifting that heart rate. Once you've done that for at least 5 reps or a few minutes, then we can move on to our aqua-inspired workout today. So for our first few exercises, I'm going to show you various options using a stability ball, or if you don't have that by you, you can also use a chair as well, or perform all of these movements down on the ground. But our first one is going to be in a plank position. So both of your feet are on the stability ball. Your hands are underneath your shoulders, just like if you were on a plank on the ground. So notice when you're in a plank on a stability ball, things become a lot more difficult. This requires a lot more core stability than usual. Nice long neutral spine. From here, you're going to lift one leg and put it down. Same thing with the other leg. Up and down, up and down. It's not about speed. Slow and controlled is how you want to perform the exercise. Right now we're focusing on the lift. Your next movement focuses on the downward movement. You're actually going to kick the ball downward, downward. Now, if you don't have a stability ball, that's okay. You can do the same sort of movement using a chair. So this time, the tops of your feet are going to be planted onto the chair. Hands are under your shoulders. Nice neutral spine. You can choose to lift the leg for your first few sets. Remember, get at least 10, but 10 to 20 would be great. Then your next sets are going to be a kick downward. Down, down, down. Really bracing the abdominals. Then your third set of exercises, you lift one leg and the opposite arm. And then you swap it out. See if you can get 10 of those reps in there. So we're done with our extra equipment today. So you can set that to the side. The next one is a Superman. We're going to practice this with our Streamlined swimmer's arms. So you lay down on your tummy, spread those arms out in front of you, one palm over the other, lift up to that Superman, and lower back down. Up and down. Lifting the chest, squeezing the glutes, pointing through the toes. Then you lift up and you hold. Next exercise, kicks. Small kicks. You can start slow and then eventually you can speed those kicks up as fast as you feel like you can go, all with the streamlined arms. Nice neutral neck as well, looking downward. Great job. From here, your next one is still going to be in the Superman position, but you're going to rotate to the side. So when you lift up, stay up, never releasing down this time. Rotate to the side a little bit and return to the tummy. Same thing the other way. So in this position, you really have to keep the abdominals braced the entire time. It doesn't work when you release. The intensity is up to you. 10, 15, or 20 reps would be great. We are on our way to our last 2 sets of exercises. The next one is called a hollow rock. Arms are up overhead, legs are extended out beneath you. You lift your hands and your feet off of the ground. But a hollow rock is where you really want to hollow out the core. So you have to do your best to press your lower back down into the floor so that there's no arch and sway like that. So you're going to tuck just a little bit, brace the abdominals. That's your hollow rock. You want to see how long you can hold that. Maybe at first you can hold for 10 seconds. Then you do it again, and you can hold for 20. Then you can do it again, and you can hold for 30 seconds. Do it again, and you can hold for 45. And then your last exercise, hollow rock, but you're going to turn it into a rocking hollow rock. So you're going to rock forward and backward. Forward and backward. Tucking the pelvis, bracing the core, letting that tension build in the abdominals, getting stronger with every second that you hold it. And those are all of your exercises today for your Aquatics inspired workout. So So if you perform all of these exercises, they're gonna help you get stronger, whether you're in the water or outside of the water. Thanks so much for joining us, and remember, NFC is committed to a better you.